Okay, so today is day 20, and I want to show you what the raw reality of restarting as a seven-figure entrepreneur actually looks like. And if you don't know, my name is Alex Newman. I scaled my own coaching business to $2 million a year. Now I'm actually restarting and documenting the entire process live on this channel. And I've seen these videos either go one of two ways. One is that they'll show that their lives are amazing and all the fun things they do, or B is that they're going to show that they're depressed and that their life sucks and all this stuff as a result of making their money. And I'm neither of the two, so I just want to show you what a normal day in my life looks like and how I'm actually going about building my business and also enjoy my life at the same time. So the absolute first thing I'll do and why I'm here in the first place is I'm just going to get outside and walk. I actually got some new shoes, I believe yesterday, and essentially what I do when I wake up is get up, I get outside because majority of my workday actually happens while I'm walking, whether it's on the phone or whether it's sending voice messages. I like to actually be on the go as I'm conducting business, make my brain work better, get more ideas, and honestly just enjoy my life a lot more. So as I sit down here, I'm actually recording the actual short day in the life, like the vertical video that I do. Now I'm recording the horizontal one, and then after I'm done that, I'm going to be getting back to every single person that's been messaging me on Instagram, reviewing my sales pipeline just from my phone, checking in on what call I have for today, and then also getting ready to sit down and go into a workbook. And the reason I actually do things on the go is because for the longest time in my previous business, the way that I ran it is I would be chained to my desk for 12 hours a day, and I honestly just hated it. So going about restarting my own company, I can build it in my own absolute way. And for me, what that looks like is instead of doing a crazy amount of Google Meets and calls and everything like that, I have one day per week that's dedicated to all my voice and video calls. And outside of that, every chat that I do, every conversation I have is either over a Slack huddle or a WhatsApp voice message. But yeah, that's essentially what I do. All right, so now it's about an hour later and I'm freezing, but I've got all of the Instagram messages sent out to new people, and then I've also gone through and sorted every single previous message I've ever sent, which was a lot of work. My hands are freaking freezing. But outside of that, pretty solid stuff. We've got now essentially for the rest of the day, just want to finish up this video. Then I just want to sit down and get probably 2 to 4 hours of work done, just on, as I mentioned, the nurture sequence and all those things. And there's a few very important reasons to note as to why I'm actually able to do this, why it works, and then also kind of my working patterns as a human being. So first things first is I'm somewhat of a night owl to a certain extent, meaning that anywhere between 9 p.m. till 2 a.m. I'll usually sit back down and do even more work. So that's something that I always need to keep into account when it comes to documenting my work day, because I probably won't have my camera around recording myself then. Another thing, and why I'm actually able to do this, is because I concentrate all the efforts in my business purely into just a simple flywheel, meaning that when I actually work on my product, when I work on my business, because I'm documenting it like this video you're watching right now, it actually leads to me bringing in more people in the front door. So all I have to do is have a camera turned on while I'm in the process of doing the so-called boring work in my company. So what that allows me to do is have, again, these relatively boring and simple days where I'm doing no more. I would say I'm required to do no more than 4 hours of work, and I choose to do more just because I want to actually grow this and I enjoy the process of doing so. But again, it's not necessarily about the time that I'm spending, it's about the leverage of the activities that I'm doing. By focusing in on the content, it's a compounding vehicle that's only going to grow over time, and it's going to get to a point, hopefully, where I'll spend 30 minutes making a video and it will be worth whatever months of my time is worth now, just because of the amount of impact it has and I guess just the scale of what I'm doing. So I want to commit to actually these compounding vehicles such as my content, my brand. And from that point on, all I need to do is continue to work on my product. Those are the only two compounding vehicles in my business. So that's where all my time goes into. And I know if I can focus that on the long run, I'm going to be absolutely dialed. So from this point on, I'm really just going to finish my walk here, probably going to sit down in a coffee shop, edit, and actually publish this video, then also the daily reel. And outside of that, going to sit down, dial in on the product. But the raw reality is that when you focus in and you have what I call a first principle scaling model, you don't need to be sitting there slaved and chained to your desk all day, because you have the ability to be intelligent with your time using both automations, AI, and just your brain when it comes to focusing on the most important things. Okay, so I am now back at the makeshift setup for the holidays, and I'm just going to sit down for the next 4 or so hours working on product, putting together everything that I've set up for the day, and then finally just doing 1 or 2 calls that I have scheduled. But yeah, essentially this is going to be a super simple, raw day in the life of a 7-figure business owner restarting from scratch. I hope that the value you got from this video was worth the time that you spent, and I will see you in the next one.